The Premier League, the holy grail of English football. The grand stage where dreams can be made and also shattered. In the opening season of the Premier League, there were 22 teams that started this brand new era of English football. And Blackburn Rovers were one of them. Now, fast forward 25 years and we've just been promoted from the third tier of English football. After years of turmoil, Rovers have finally turned a massive corner as they try to get themselves back to the promised land. But wait! Venky's, the balmy owners who have caused chaos since their arrival, have yet made another bonkers move by replacing crowd favourite Tony Mowbray with this haphazard clown as manager. Can this rookie steer Rovers to the great beyond? Or will his lack of knowledge and experience drag Rovers to football obscurity once again? Now with this clown in charge, there'll be tears, laughter, and of course, plenty of drama. Join me as we try to make Blackburn Rovers great again. Hello folks, welcome back to yet another episode of my Football Manager 2019 series called Make Rovers Great Again. And we are here with 2 games left to play to wrap up this series. No, of course not, we've got a long way to go for that. To wrap up this season, we sit 4th spot in Champions League spots, but it is very, very dicey. Realistically, top 7 teams still have a chance for the Champions League. The title race is between 3 teams. We are just outside of that, unfortunately. So we're going to focus on trying to secure Champions League football. But ultimately, what we don't want to do is end up 7th, because we ended up 7th last season and we walked away with nothing. So we're going to go against Fulham now, who are battling for survival. A loss today would see them down, so they've got it all to play for as well. And they've got some good players on their books, so I wouldn't mind doing some shopping at Craven Cottage next season. So here we are, boys, up against Fulham. We've yet to lose against Fulham, but there's always time for that, I'm sure. A win for us today could see us jump as high as 3rd, which would be immense, because then we would have our destiny in our own hands. Because right now, it's that question mark about Chelsea, what they got with that game in hand. You know, if we could end this passage of play, going into match day 37 in the Champions League spots, I'll be happy with it. If we're not, then it's probably going to be a bridge too far. But let's go for it. So my lineup, we are playing a little bit cautious here today. Raya between 6, Patucha, Toto, Ayala, Nyambe, Flinchit, Torreira, Stepanovic, Garcia on the right, Armstrong, and Piotto up top. I'm just going to check my bench out, make sure we have attacking options, because we're playing very conservative and defensive for this one. Miranda, you're going to make way for Lenihan. Win this, and we've got ourselves a good chance of top 4 finish in Champions League football, which would be immense for this club, because our previous high, I think, is 6th in the season. So if we can better that, great. But this was always going to be a transitional season. But to finish in the top 4 in a transitional season would be bonkers. So here we are, folks, up against Fulham, and Dadasov is a mega threat. He's up there with the top goal scorers in the division, and of course their captain Nelson, ex-Rover, who was with us for a long, long time. Quick high fives by the 2 gaffers. So playing conservative just because I think a team in relegation fodder in that sort of spot is going to be just as difficult as a team battling for the title and battling for top 4. So we've got to give them a bit of respect going into this. And we've got the capabilities to switch it up and go a bit more attacking in this one. Also got to keep an eye on the Liverpool versus Man City game. That has huge effects on our grand plan. A loss for Liverpool would give us the opportunity to get, because if both Liverpool and Rovers win today, it would still be all on the line going to the last game. Stepanovic, which is played to Patucha. Slips it forward to Flinchit. My youngsters hacked down by Fulham. Armstrong picks up the loose ball. He is a danger man. Loose ball. Torreira to Garcia. Got Nyambe, but he decides to go solo. And Gonzalez between the sticks for Fulham, keeping them Rovers at bay. Torreira's corner is all over the shop and amounts to nothing. So Flinchit has had an okay season. Wouldn't necessarily call it a breakthrough season, but he's played a few games. He is still young, so maybe next season is something for him. Here come Fulham. Rafa, Tronson, Alpha to Baku. Picked up though, Stepanovic. What's he got? Armstrong comes deep. Plays a long ball. Flinchett does pick up the loose ball. He goes for scraps. Have a shot, son, and he does push that one. If he scores a flipping winning goal today, you know, he would be lauded. He'd be lauded. Man United are winning against Everton, who are our next opponents, and they currently top the pops with City being held at Liverpool. That does make to a final, if the results stay like this, a final 10th day of the season, with a lot of stuff going up for grabs. 40 minutes gone. Okay, possibilities here. Nyambe to Stevanovic. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Garcia, let's get a goal in front. Lucas Torreira. Doesn't score many, but that was a valuable one. So, Nyambe to Garcia here. And Armstrong sets up Torreira. And that is monumental, as it pushes us level on points with Liverpool, with goal difference being a huge factor. But ultimately, we need... It's massive for us. This is massive. If we can hold on, that's great. So, holding on is what we're going to try and do. That means we're going to play it as is, only make changes if forced. So, it might not be the grandest ending to this game, but we're going to keep tabs on the Liverpool one. Opportunity here now for Fulham. Dadasov, very, very good player. Scores goals for the Premier League. It could be a Rovers player in the making. Trotson, Alpha, Balaku, hacked down. Nyambe just clears it. Only as far as Koch. Sanchez, Balaku, again, a decent player as well. Keep tabs on him also. To Thiago on the right hand side. Loose ball, Toto now. Come on, Rovers. Stepanovic, what you got for me? Sets up. Piotto's got a rich goal scoring form, but today his goal scoring boots may have been left in the locker. And that shot was crazy. It was all flipping Fulham there. Opportunity here now. Tucha. Torreira's involved. Tucha whips across him. Piotto does head home. He's into double digits. What a turnaround his season's been. First few games off the boil. That made me go into the loan market for Varane, who's just been shite. Gunn's been a bit hit and miss. Adam Adar's been hit and miss. Piotto's really... He's not been scoring pretty goals. He's been scoring scrappy goals. And that, my friends... has brought the gap a little closer to Liverpool. 4 more goals might do it. Piotto makes it 3-0 now. What does the goal difference look now? Let's have a quick scooch. Goal difference is 4. The gap is 4. Remember, Chelsea game is massive. Their game in hand. I don't know. They're not even playing today, so it's going to leave. Oh, Man City are taking the lead. That pushes us probably to 3rd spot, folks, which is massive. The pressure will surely be on Liverpool as Piotto gets a hat-trick today. 4-0. What a turnaround. What a complete turnaround for Mattia Piotto. Who needs a new striker, eh? Who needs you? You've changed me. You've convinced me. Stabs it home. And again, not the prettiest, but who gives a flying banana? In fact, Liverpool levelled. Bollocks to it. Maybe if we can get another goal. Close the gap as well on goal difference. That will be phenomenal. Nyambe looking for an option. Garcia on the wing today. Torreira loose ball. Here comes Fulham. Dadasov. I am definitely interested in Dadasov though. Only the age is my concern. I think he is... Baku makes it 4-1 though. Is it too little too late? Can they get themselves a dramatic... We'll have a look at Dadasov after the game, but we need City. We need Man City to... Oh my goodness, what's going on here? What's going on here? Cleared away. I think Toto got rid of that. Maybe it's time for some changes. I think we can afford to make some changes. Flinchett is off. Shinchenko is on. Adam Adar is coming on. And Vargas is coming on. Triple sub. Goal difference still only 4. So we need them to lose 2 and we need to win 2 and then we might jump over them. But hopefully Man City will find the elusive winner in that game. Ayala, Nyambe. To Vargas. Garcia. What's he got up his sleeve? Adam Adar is there and he puts it wide. His time might be coming to an end as well at the club, I think. Come on, Man City. Man United are top. Last 5 minutes going on elsewhere. Fulham trying to make it interesting, and I think Raya stretched and was equal to that. Massive result though this, folks. 4 minutes left. Stepanovic. Looping ball. Torreira. Loose ball now. What's going to happen here? Vargas heads it onwards. Nyambe cleans house. He likes to long ranger. Garcia. Nyambe keeps it going. Flipping Adam Adar. Mr. Rapido takes full advantage of the scraps here. In a very, look at Fulham's defence switched off. Vargas header. Keeper nowhere near. He's like, where the heck's the ball? Adam Adar's first to it. Smashes that home. Goal difference is now 3. Come on, Man City. Come on, Man City. Nyambe heads it clear, and we have managed to pick up a massive win, folks, going into the final game of the season. So let's take a look at the damage here. What's gone on? Man City could not find the elusive winner. So we're going into the last game of the season. Level on points with Liverpool. The title is still up for grabs in regards to either Manchester United or Man City. We'll come back to it because it depends on Chelsea's result. We could have already secured Champions League football by the time the game comes around. They play on tomorrow. So they got 3 games left of the season. Goodness gracious. We're just waiting on the results from Sunday's action. Chelsea 4-0 winners against Millwall. So that, what's that done? Well, that will, that will make it go down to the wire. Spurs still have a chance. So we cannot confirm Champions League football until the last day of the season. But if we win it, hang on a minute. I think Chelsea play again Tuesday. We'll check back at after that and see where we are, because we could end up being 5th before kickoff. Okay, folks, here we go. Tuesday night's match: Chelsea against Wolves. We need Chelsea to drop points here, and they don't. So they leapfrog both Liverpool and Chelsea. We're going to go into kickoff. 3 teams on 76 points. Goal difference is only 3 goals. We're all on identical wins, identical draws, and identical whatevers. What's next? What's next in store for the Premier League? So we take on Everton in their game. Liverpool take on Newcastle away from home. Chelsea take on Brighton. So Newcastle struggling. Brighton are in 9th. Everton are in 8th. So, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness. All to do. Okay, folks, here we go. We're all on the line. Champions League football, a possible reality for Rovers. A win is not enough, though. We've got to win, and then we've got to hope Chelsea lose or Liverpool lose. In fact, let's take a look at it. So we need one of those guys to lose and us to and also we've got to keep an eye on Spurs as well. I think their goal difference is going to keep them out of the mix, though. Realistically, I think it's a 3-horse race. We can only go as low as 6th, so we should equal our best ever performance up against Everton, who have beaten us a few times over the years, and they come into this as their next best team in 8th spot. Yeah, it's a big ask right now. Obviously, it looked a lot promising earlier, but Chelsea have turned on the flare to successive 4-0 wins. Up against Brighton, who will hope to finish their season strong. Newcastle are relegated. Up against Liverpool. Okay, folks, so a couple of injuries has made us make some changes. Where is Adar? He needs to be in the mix. Okay, folks, here we go. A few changes, maybe due to injury, have forced my hand a little bit. Raya, Patucha, Toto, Ayala, Nyambe, Flinchit, Torreira, Stevanovic, Garcia, Shinchenko, and Piolo. No Armstrong is injured. Realistically, he could probably play. Maybe I'll throw him on instead of Vargas, just to say, have a go, son. Piolo has turned on the juices of late, hoping he's got a couple more goals left in the tank to kind of give us the win. A win is the minimum that we need here. We're up against it, hoping that one of two sides lose above us. Okay, quick look at the Everton lineup. Marquez leads the line. Where is Jonathan's on the bench? We know him. Dolberg, Casper Dolberg. Oh goodness gracious. Let's have a quick. No, we don't want to click on him because that means he'll probably score. So we'll look at him after. I want to see how many goals he got for Everton this season. He's been out injured, I think. Jota as well, decent player. So let's keep tabs on what else is going on, folks, as we kick us off. Look at a great start. Ball goes straight out of play. So we're going to keep an eye on Man City. No, we're not. We'll keep it on Newcastle, Liverpool, and Brighton, Chelsea. But fundamentally, we need to get a goal. Everton with an option here and a long range from Badak or something. Bednarak. I'm just nervous. I can't. There's too much going on. I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on with Liverpool. I'll just look at the table. Everyone's on 77 points at the moment. We need to find ourselves something. You know, a win elsewhere for like Brighton or a Newcastle would change things up. Garcia, free kick. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good effort, but ultimately not changing the state of flux here into the last few bits and pieces. Still, all teams involved in that Champions League race on 77 points. No one's budged to score a goal or nothing. 40 minutes gone. Chelsea are in front. Bollocks to it. Greenwood, of all effing players, I could have had him on my books. We need to find something in the second half, so we're going to go a little bit gunzo in the second half after a very, very dire first. Okay, second half gets underway. We're coming at them attacking. Raya collects. We could win this and then end up still being where we are. Nyambe to Shinchenko. To Nyambe. Whips a cross in. Guns effort. He is wide. He can score goals. He's just been on the back foot of late. It's still as you were, though. Spurs as well. Liverpool winning now. It's slipping away. The dream of Champions League football is sliding away, folks. Shinchenko's effort. Probably our best of the day. I'm just miserable now. It's just taking the wind out my sails. Are we gonna do something here, boys? Are we gonna do something? Piotr, you've gone all quiet on me when it really matters. When it really matters, you're gone quiet. That was always the worry, is that we would come into this a bit bland. Lewis Gunn, no, has got us into this. I'm gonna say shit. We need to demand more. If we outscore them, maybe Newcastle or Brighton get themselves back into it. It's not looking good though. It's not looking good. Let's get a second. Try and get a second, guys. Garcia. To Stepanovic. Armstrong. Come on. Wonder Kid extraordinaire. Straight in the arms of Pickford. It's tame. It's timid. We need a miracle. We need something to go down between Chelsea and Brighton, or Newcastle and Liverpool. Nyambe stalling it. Stepanovic whips a cross in, and Piotr is offside. Demand more, guys. Demand more. It's not happening. It's not happening. We cannot influence anything else. We've got what it takes in our place. Batucha, loose ball. There is a chance for a goal here. Oh, goodness. A draw would wrap it up. Jonathan, the little shitbag. It is blocked. Hang tight, guys, just for the win. Fifth spot would not be, you know, it would suck, but realistically, it's an immense improvement in what we've achieved so far. You never know. Something could be going on right now in those other games. Dolberg, the little shitbag. Oh, a little cheeky foul by Armstrong. It's going to wrap up this game, folks. And we're not going to know. I think we're doomed. When I say doomed, fifth spot is not terrible, but it's just a bit of a gut punch. As we wait for the results to tumble in, is there a miracle? Did something happen? No. It did not happen. Liverpool got the job done with a penalty. Chelsea got the job done with 1-0. And we got the job done with our 1-0. But ultimately, it's too little too late. Man United are supreme. They are the Premier League winners. Millwall, Newcastle and Fulham are doomed. They are going down. Just out of interest, who is going up? Burnley are back. So we got that to look forward to. Oh dear. Well, we got 36 million for finishing in 5th. Yeah, that's the stickler right in the belly. But we'll be back in Europe next year. So we have a nice, healthy transfer budget for next season, just shy of 200 million, boys and girls. So we're going to look to improve the squad. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Alrighty then, folks, here we go with the end of season awards. The fans player of the season was actually Patucha, 49% of the vote. Toto was in 2nd, Franco Garcia in 3rd. Alexander Shinchenko was the goal of the season. We'll see that in a second. Daniel Stepanovic, signing of the season. Young player of the season was also Patucha, so real big season for him. I think he did start, he had injuries concerns midway through the season. The team of the year is this on the right hand side: Raya, Patucha, Ayala, Toto, Bogle, who's now in China, Torreira, Stepanovic, Garcia. Very key, crucial to our season and our success in being in 5th. Domingos gets in there. Piotto gets in there with his last minute splurge of goals. But here is that goal of the season. Scored against Crystal Palace at Ewood Park around about the 15th minute. Garcia sets him up here. And here's long ranger, bottom left-hand corner. Job done. I think I saw actually some better goals than that. But hey, it'll do. Season review, finished 5th, which is pretty decent. Our highest ever performance in the league. I was hoping for higher than that, though, towards the end of the season. Lost in the 5th round against Liverpool in the FA Cup. Lost against Liverpool in the semi-final in the FA Cup. Lost to Champions League spot to Liverpool in the flipping. Match this season was the 4-0 win over Leicester. The moment to forget was the 3-0 loss against United. Our attendances could still be much better. Hopefully, we can see what... maybe we can improve that next season. The team, or whatever this is, look back, blah, 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 blah. Take a pause on that if you like. Ben Brereton, Derek Williams, is that Derby? The dynamics of the squad looks like this. Lenihan, who is a bit part player this season, still a team leader. Maitland-Niles and Lewis Gunn, the 3 key men. Bradley Dack is as well. Nyambe's in the mix. Garcia, Torreira, and David Raya, who's back, is my number 1. We will talk about that in a second. What else we got? Everything looks pretty rosy here. And that's that. So let's try and not balls this up. Passionate. Season's over. Because we're going to win the title next year. I want to do this one, but I want to do this one. So I'm going to go with this. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Most of them are happy. So that, my friends, will wrap up. Just going to give them... Yeah, we'll give them 5 weeks. So that, my friends, is going to wrap up this season. We are going to... In fact, we'll just have a quick look at the stats here for you. Just, if you're a stats man like me, I love my stats. See who the key men, obviously. Piotto was the top goal scorer. Ali Armstrong had a cracking first season. Hopefully he can kick on next season. Same with Garcia. Fully fledged Argentinian international, packing in the wages, though. And there's an interest by Liverpool. If they're going to cough up 60 or 70 million, then we might see him leave. Other players that could leave: Adam Adar has generated interest from Wolves last time I looked. Everton, Bournemouth are in the mix now. The key assist maker was Ali Armstrong as well. Alvarado had 6 assists, only 9 games. He's actually out on loan, so maybe he can kick on next season. Domingos as well had a bit part season. Patucha was phenomenal. As for the top players, Patucha coming in, really game changed it up for us. Shinjinchi Kachijima, that must be on his loan. Obviously, he didn't get that with us. Miranda as well, decent option for centre back. Didn't really get as many games as we hoped. Stepanovic, though, what a pickup he has turned out to be. The most valuable players on the books. Gaston Veron doesn't belong to us. He was a bit of a disaster. Toto is my main man. Garcia second. Ali Armstrong is up there now. Third, Torreira and Lewis Gunn, who had a okay season. Not great. point. Yeah, so it might be a little bit of a different lineup next. It's not as drastic as it was this season, but we're going to look to improve our fullbacks. Patucha needs some competition, as well as Nyambe, and also up front. So we're going to maybe look to about an out-and-out striker who's ready to get going. Maybe a mid-20s striker, something like that. Anyway, until I see you again, I'll be right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, with a brand new season, new signings, and all that kind of good stuff. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.